other squad members such as Jacob to step up in these roles?
Yeah, I think that's a good way to phrase it. We absolutely understand the circumstances that we're in terms of our roster and just some different guys that have injuries or out with yellow card suspension. Um, we're the type of group that I think you saw our action the other night in a really challenging match against Red Bull be displayed that we're going to fight and we're going to put ourselves in position to try to get 3 points against Cincinnati. And they're a team that we respect. They're where we want to be. I mean, they're towards the top of the table. And they've done that consistently over the last 3 years, and that's our goal. But we're going to take a step again, another step from and build momentum off of what we did versus Red Bull, and try to go out and compete with the group that we have. And I believe in this group. They're going to stay together just as we did the other night, and we're going to fight for a result at home, which our home supporters deserve.
And then kind of on the topic of Cincinnati, how have you and the team been preparing to match up against number 2 Cincinnati tomorrow? I mean, obviously, you're at home, so you guys kind of have an advantage there. But.
Yeah. I mean, one, it starts with understanding the type of playmakers that they have in their team. I think Oriano's having a fantastic season. Lucho Acosta is someone that has been year in, year out. DC United knows it well. He played here. An MVP candidate for the league. Some of their players are coming back. I believe Miles Robinson will be back in the team. And they have quality all over the field, and they're well coached. They're well organized. So it's up to us to maintain our organization and maintain our discipline defensively. And there'll be different areas in the game where I think that if we really focus on ourselves, we can have an advantage against Cincinnati.
Matt, we'll take some from Zoom now.
We'll go to Dave Johnson.
Hey, Troy, obviously you move on, but that was such a big result on Saturday against all odds. Even once the game started, losing a player, we can say all these things about staying together, but why do you think this team, or can you describe the fabric of this team, or is it the clarity of the goals that they understand how they're supposed to play? What is allowing this team to endure this difficult time and still produce a result in the worst conditions?
Yeah, I think we all have a shared purpose, Dave, and I appreciate the question. We all have a great understanding of what our purpose is, and we understand the path that we're trying to take to get there. That doesn't mean that it's going to go the way we expect it to go every single match or every single week, and there's going to be different highs and different lows throughout the season, but that purpose doesn't change. And we knew coming into 2024 we had to rebuild a lot of things, and we're in that process right now. But we also know that part of 2024 is there's a lot that's still ahead of us, and we're very happy with a lot of the progress we've made in a number of areas, and we need to start to pick up points to make sure that we stay in the hunt as we approach the League's Cup. There's only 4 matches left until that time period, but I'm confident if the group displays what it displayed the other night, then we can have a chance against any opponent.
And you come back home, but yet you had supporters on the road in New Jersey. And I remember seeing that Saturday morning, I'm thinking, all right, we're down so many players, and it wouldn't look favorable on paper, but I'm seeing buses sold out to go to New Jersey. So what does that mean to you, or how does the team feel that, where supporters say, you know what, we're still going to give up our entire Saturday to go on a bus to New Jersey to be with DC United?
I mean, there's a tremendous amount of pride that we feel when we look up in Red Bull Arena and see the amount of fans that we had, and they're celebrating with us, they're supporting us throughout the entire match. And just the same, actually, against Houston, I know that's not the result that we ever want to provide to our home fans whenever we're at Audi Field, but there's so many that stay after the match. We stay with them, we stay together, and I think that while we're not in the position that we want to be in, and we certainly take the full responsibility of that, we also know that our supporters are going to be with us. And I can absolutely understand if they're frustrated right now with where our team is in the standings. But when we put on the type of performance we did at Red Bull under those circumstances, with a lot of the injuries that we have and suspensions we have, you have to realize, as someone that supports the club, that this group's going in the direction that you want in the future.
numbers, but Aaron Herrera and Christian Benteke are all-stars. Why, in your mind, are they all-stars?
Yeah, I think that they're two of the best, if not the best, in their respective positions in the league. And so Aaron Herrera is someone that we've seen get up and down the touchline, be very, very good defensively, which is his first job. He's really hard to bypass. He always puts in a shift, getting up and down the field. And then we also see his quality in the attacking third. And I think it has a lot to do with not only him, but also his partner there, Christian Benteke. There's a really good connection between the two. And we have to play to the strengths of these two players because they're two of the top players in the league. And I'm really happy for them. They've earned it this year, and hopefully that's something for us to build off of, not just this season, but for many seasons to come.
Next, we'll go to Dennis Gomez.
Hey Troy, thank you for speaking with us. Cincinnati have won their last 6 MLS matches on the road. What is it going to take for DC United to stop Cincy's unbeaten streak and get DC back on winning form at home? Yeah,
I mean, look, that shows you the quality of Cincinnati and the level that they're at currently, and they've been in a building process themselves over the last 3 seasons. I think they were in a difficult spot coming into the 2022 season, and they started to build momentum in the right direction, and they haven't stopped since. And that's what we're looking forward to doing here. I would say for them, making sure that we eliminate the spaces for their playmakers, and also what we have to do is make sure that we don't have self-inflicted mistakes. They're the type of team that if you give the ball away in a bad area and Acosta pops up or Oriano, they're going to punish you. I mean, they're going to really capitalize on your mistakes. So that's what we have to focus on the night.
And this is a follow-up. Just wanted to talk about Pedro Santos, a veteran in the league and an MLS champion. What were your thoughts about just his overall performance on Saturday in leading the team as a captain and as a goal scorer?
I thought it was his best performance of the season by far. Pedro is someone that is a leader. That's why he's a captain. And leadership is displayed in a lot of different ways. Pedro displays his with the type of action you saw the other night. I mean, he was completely responsible and accountable for so many defensive plays, helping lead our back line, but he's also a guy that was trying to get forward, and then the goal that he scores is just up to his talent. I mean, he hits a free kick like no one else.
Thank you, Troy.
Yeah.
And Troy, we have one question submitted via Zoom. You had a hard-fought match at the weekend to get a result. What specific areas would you like to build off to keep that momentum going into this match tomorrow?
Yeah, I mean, I want to see the type of fight that was displayed from the very beginning. You could see clearly in the beginning of the match that everyone was together, everyone was up for the fight, no one was going to back down. And then I think the tactics of the match, too, were applied and executed on an extremely high level by the players. The players deserve all the credit in that match. And that's what we're going to need again. We're going to need that type of discipline, that type of fight to give ourselves a chance against one of the best teams in the league.